Well, hello everyone. Welcome. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of June 22nd. And a special thank you goes out to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the thumbs up and the hype buttons as well. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do that for me, as well as all the lovely comments. It is great to hear from each and every one of you, and I truly thank you. Right. The first card to jump was a 7 of Rods. So feeling like you need to get your point across here for some of you. Standing your ground. You made a decision on something and you are not about to back down, not even a little bit on this. You've made up your mind. You know, you're facing the challenges, dealing with the problems, but you're maintaining control of how things are going to go forward for yourself. 2 of Rods. Definitely looking into doing something different. Starting something fresh. Understanding that it is time for you to move forward on something. You got the whole opportunities in the world in your hand here, and you're comfortable with where you're at. You know your surroundings, who's around you, who's on your side, all of that. But you have a little more venture coming into your life. You want to broaden your horizons, look out to new opportunities that are coming towards you this week. And the Lovers. Okay. Wow. Well, it looks like for some of us, it could be a new partnership. Now, this doesn't always have to be in the romantic realm. This could be, but it could be. This could be in an opportunity to start a partnership in a business or just, some sort of enterprise for yourself. But if this is in the romantic realm, this is going to be a very good partnership for you. It's one that is going to last a very long time because you guys have the same outlook on life of what your expectations are. You're very passionate towards one another. You feel stronger together. And it really is a good match. So you're going to be quite happy with this. This could be somebody coming back from your past as well. Somebody that you clicked with before and they just sort of come back around. And you've had time to figure out where you wanted to go with this relationship. And the Temptress, yeah. So, you're just beginning to understand what makes you feel balanced. You're feeling quite content with yourself. You're okay. You're not, finding that you're having any hurdles that you need to jump over right now. But you're also finding more meaning in each thing that you accomplish. So that really helps you to take on more responsibilities, open yourself up to new opportunities. Yeah, 9 of Rods. You are definitely determined to move forward on this new adventures in your life. You're drawing the line in the sand. Nobody gets to cross it or overstep it because you have, draw the hammer. You definitely made sure that this time it's getting well known to others exactly where you stand, how you feel, and then you'll move on. But you will definitely speak your mind here. You're feeling like you need to defend a few of your choices. And that really makes you almost defensive in a way, in a good way, though, because, you usually laugh things off and you move forward, but it gnaws on you. Well, you're not doing that right now. You're actually standing your ground. And the Hermit, yeah, going within, understanding yourself much more of what your own expectations are for yourself in your future. You have a dream that you want to bring into reality, and you're just trying to figure out how to approach it from a different step going forward. Like you've done your soul searching. You're definitely seeking the truth in matters. You're not putting on blinders. You're definitely gone within. You've asked yourself a lot of really big questions this week to yourself, and you know that you will speak your own mind. And the Hangman. Okay. Some of you are getting professional help, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we just need that outside person who doesn't know you, who can't judge you other than what they're hearing, and give you feedback. So that could be why you're doing it that way. You have a different viewing of a lot of things in your life, why things are turning out the way they are, in many cases, why they're repeating themselves, and you want the answers to step away from that part of your life. You know, you want success, you want to make a change, and you're realizing you need to release some old bad habits that you have gotten over the years, and it really, you know, made you who you are right now, but you're willing to make the changes for yourself. Nobody else is asking you to do this, but you want new things in your life, and you're realizing the only way that you can have what it is you desire is by changing. Oh yes, and the strength card. It's going to take you some strength and determination to do this as well. But as you start to step into it, it becomes much more easier than you had anticipated, which helps you to just release it. You know, it's taken a lot of strength for you to admit different things in your life, but you're willing now and passionate about changes and influences in your life, and you're very focused on your future. So, and you're compassionate about it. So it really helps you to not only calm down and see things much more clearer, but it helps you to move in the direction that you've desired for a while. So, wow. Yeah, wow. And the wheel. So definitely something's changed most recently for many of you. Now, this can be in a job, relationships, friendships, but it has run its course. Something wants to come into your life, you know, and this is good luck, karma, life cycle, and destiny. This is your turning point, and you are very much aware of that this week. You know that there's things in your life that you have to finish up in order to move forward for yourself, so you're changing. You know, you've had your ups and downs, you figured out where you want to go, what you're going to have in your life, and you are stepping into that now. So it looks really good so far because you are determined. Oh, yes. Ace. Beautiful. Well, that's the luckiest card in the deck. You know, this is the universe's yes to you with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a very lucky card. It's tangible goods, material gains, power within. You know, if you're taking care of your health, as many of you are, it helps you to get that little extra strength and vigor going. You know, you're sticking to your exercises and you're watching what you're eating. You're definitely talking to somebody about your finances, because for some of you it looks like you're about to come into some money. So it is a step that you want to take, but you want to make sure that you, when you're going forward on this, it's going to return more than what you've put out. So, wow, good for you for finding, you know, that financial advisor who can steer you in the right direction. So, good on you. And the Four of Swords, yes. Taking some rest for yourself, taking that time out, allowing yourself to just, you know, get off the phone, turn off the TV, go relax, go sit in the hot tub, you know, go swimming. And because where I'm at, that's that time of year, but you are feeling very comfortable right now, taking care of yourself, your health, you're relaxing a little bit more, you're allowing yourself to shut down, you know, so that you can have a little bit of a retreat. And that's, you know, and that can be just taking your lunch sometimes at work in a different area, you know, just away from others, so that you can just unwind in your mind, you know, everybody seems to have cell phones, so maybe you're just watching a series on it. Whatever it takes for you to declutter the mind. And the Justice. All right, looks like some legal papers coming in, or already has for some of you, that needs your attention. This is clarity, truth, and balance. Wow, so there may be, like I said, some sort of contract that needs to be looked at a little bit closer before you sign anything or say yes to anything, because you have been through enough to realize you don't just jump the gun without making sure everything is as it is. So good on you for that. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. You got a lot of new beginnings coming in this week, new starting points. This is abundance, pleasure, passion. Wow. If this is a new person coming into your life, you're making sure they are what they say they are. And you can really pick up on that now. Like, you are not allowing yourself to put on rose-colored glasses and something be what it isn't. You read all the vibrations and all of what they're saying, and you watch that their words match their actions. So good on you. And once you realize that you have that strength now, it becomes more easier for you to just say, no, this isn't happening. But you are also very determined to take care of yourself mentally as well as physically right now. Ooh, the 3 of Rods. So definitely feeling the urge to start something fresh, do something new. Some of you are looking into traveling. This could be applying for a job overseas for some of you, but this is progress. This is, moving forward, enterprise, expansion. And this could be expansion overseas. Maybe you're just decided to, be at home but work for a different company. And like I said earlier, you are comfortable where you're at and secure, but you have that desire to try and change and move forward. So you're really on that beginning point for yourself. King of Swords. Woo! You are really feeling empowered, and that's good. There's, you're flooded with all kinds of new ideas, and there's growth here. If there's problems or obstacles in your way, you're finding solutions and answers. You're making sure that the work that you do, no matter what that is, that you get the proper recognition for it. Not allowing others to take credit where credit is not due. You're feeling more secure, more empowered, and more stronger in your convictions and your decisions. Yeah, well, nice. 6 of Rods. You don't need to toot your own horn. Somebody else is going to do it for you. You're getting the recognition, the attaboys. People are starting to realize just how powerful a person you are. And people enjoy being around you. They follow you. They like to listen to you. And that's great leadership. So you may be getting an opportunity this week for moving up the ladder. But it's because of who you are and what you have already brought and been through. And they're really starting to recognize who you are and what your capabilities are. So you're really standing out in a positive light. Oh yeah, Knight of Swords. Definitely moving forward. There's travel here. And it looks like by air for many of us. It's a fast trip, but an exciting one. There's a few relationships that are around you that are starting to cool off a little bit. You're starting to, take the glasses off and really see what they're all about. And you're okay with that because you can just go around them, whether that's a friendship or any relationship whatsoever. You're not willing to stand there and argue black and white because you already know there's been some gossip going around. You've taken it with a grain of salt until it starts to affect you. And then, of course, you speak your mind and stand your ground. But you're charging forward on this. You're not holding back anymore, nor are you holding back your words, because you know that once it's off your chest, then you know you've done all you can do. So you're not shying away from doing that. Okay, so I am going to pick you one more, but it looks like you're really moving forward on something brand new this week, starting fresh again. It looks like for, if you guys had put in for a job, it looks like you're going to get that interview, and it's going to help you to increase your finances, your future, and your outlook as well. Six of Swords. Wow, some of you are definitely moving on from something. Now, this can be moving, like physically moving to a new area, starting fresh, beginning again. This could be going because you're just feeling like you're not appreciated with where you're at and all that you do, and you want to be more at peace with yourself. And if it takes you to, move forward, you're willing to make that change. You're leaving behind definitely something here this week, releasing excess baggage and moving on, knowing that there is much more better for you coming in. Okay, and nice. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. And that's your Oracle card. Beautiful. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.